I've never met anyone quite like her before.
Hey everybody, welcome back to AndieLand. It's your girl Andie, and today clearly I'm feeling orange, so we doing orange. If you would like to see how I got this beautiful look, make sure you're first and foremost subscribed to my channel, like this video, and keep watching. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm apologizing because it is HOTT in Atlanta right now, and I gotta have my AC on, so I know it's gonna cause a little bit of background noise. I'm gonna try to fix it as best I can, but it's hot. Okay. All right, so as usual, my brows is done. I just got off the phone with Shamanica, and I've been like playing around with the look I want to do today. But first, let's just prep our eyes. So I'm gonna take my Turn Up the Base concealer in medium 4 neutral golden, and we're just gonna put a little dot on each eye. I'm not trying to do anything like super crazy today on my eye, but I don't know if y'all can tell, I've been loving orange lately. So we probably gonna do something with some orange. So I'm taking my Morphe M173 brush, and we're just gonna pat this out nice and smooth. You definitely want to make sure it's smooth so that way your shadow does not look patchy. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap 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 tap. I'm gonna set my eyelids using the Huda Beauty Peach Pie Powder. I'm just gonna press that in with my Real Technique setting brush, just so I can blend a little easier. When I don't set my eyelids, I usually have to go in and like pat the product in so I don't push around that concealer. This just kind of helps my eye base to stay in place. So as I'm blending, I'm not moving my base around. And if you get creases in your eyes a lot, this helps that red too. And the eyeshadow palette I want to use today, I think I want to use my Volume 2 Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette. Like I said, I'm feeling orangey. So what's funny enough, this shade in here that I think I want to use is called Feeling Myself. So it's this little orange right here. And I'm just going to take this Be a Small, it's like an angled eyeshadow brush. And I'm kind of just going to focus this kind of randomly, like I'm not being too precise. I'm just not trying to go too high up. Pack that in. The more you pack it, the higher the pigment is. So go with a little bit at a time and try to make sure you're placing this exactly where you want it. I am dragging this out a little bit. Alright, and then I kind of want to take a little shimmer rimmer. So I have another Beech Cosmetics brush. And I think I'm going to go in to the shade Get Ready With Me. Right there, that little shimmer. And I'm not even putting anything extra on my lid. I'm just really just going to pack this in the whole front space of my lid. Even a little into that orange. It's real simple today. Pretty much all I'm trying to do for my eyes today. Actually, yeah, this is pretty much all I'm trying to do for my eyes today. So I'm just gonna put on some mascara. I'm using the Benefit Fanfest. I'm gonna, you know my motto, once you put on liner and lashes, it's gonna do something. But I really wasn't trying to do too much. I wasn't trying to deepen this too much. I was really trying to just use 2 colors. I dragged it out a little more further than I wanted to, but that's why I'm glad I did this before my base, so I could clean up as much as I want. Yeah, I'm just gonna put my liner on now. Taking my Epic Ink liner from NYX. It ain't expensive, but it's good. It gets the job done. Big bet. All right. Don't really have much fallout, so we can go straight in with primer. I'm gonna take my Estée Lauder Double Wear Smooth and Blur Primer. Really been loving this primer. Estee Lauder, y'all know, is one of like my fave foundations. So the primer, concealer does not disappoint. And even though it's a smooth and blur primer, it still has a little bit of tackiness to it, which I kind of love. So it's still gripping your makeup. Like, it's not the point of primer. We're gonna set my primer before I forget. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder to set. This is the shade Golden Orange. To set my primer, I really, truly just be using whatever powder I have, but this is a really dark, like, skin tone powder, so yeah. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques setting brush and we're just gonna dab this all over my T-zone. I know I look crazy. I'm giving very much Willy Wonka Oompa Loompa, but it's okay because we're gonna spray my face right now. I'm gonna use the Milk Polar Eclipse Mattifying Primer. You do have to shake it well before you even start. Activate. I feel like with most mattifying sprays, you do have to shake, so make sure you do that. But I still look crazy, but we gonna let that dry. Foundation I'm going in with, I think I want to go in with my NARS today. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation. This is the shade Macao. I say that like I don't know my shades. This is the shade Macao. Just gonna do a couple pumps to the face. If anybody knows what's going on with NARS in their like distribution, let me know, because I've been noticing like they really haven't been fulfilling shades in like a lot of stores. I'm taking this BS Small foundation brush and we're just gonna pat this in. Remember, we don't go too close underneath the eye or really even much on my forehead. I am putting some on my forehead today, but I'm taking the excess, so it's like I don't directly put products on my forehead or my nose. I do have my damp pawpaw sponge just been sitting in my paper towel. We're just going to go over my entire face, pushing that product into the skin. And now we can spray. I'm just going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter spray and we're just going to spray the entire face. And go back in with that foundation brush and push that spray into my foundation before we go in with concealer. For concealer today, I feel like I don't know. Let me just use my Estee Lauder Futurist concealer. This is the shade 5W. Again, any concealer that has some skincare benefits is kind of alright in my book, especially when it's as flawless as Estee Lauder's. Like, it feels so nice and creamy and hydrating under the eyes. So if you have a problem with like really dry, cakey under eyes, you might need a more hydrating concealer instead of a mattifying one. So you don't think about that. We are using a new brush today, so pray that the Lord is with me on this journey. I bought the Morphe and Ariel. This is actually their cream contour brush, but I felt like it would be perfect for concealer. So we're going to use this for concealer today. We're going to see. I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. Oh, I love this brush already. Y'all know how I really love fluffier concealer brushes. They just be doing something to me, child. So when you blend your concealer, I like to kind of do the middle of my face first, and then I start on the edges of my concealer and then work my way in. this kind of helps my concealer not to spread. I feel like I should do a video on blending. If you would like to see a video on blending, leave me a comment down below, because I feel like sometimes us content creators say terms and it's like they're basic terms to us, but they're not necessarily basic terms to everybody. So if you would like a, you know, a little blending tutorial in how I blend certain things with certain products, like the sponge, with the powder puff, the brush, leave me a comment. And also take that time to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But, like, you see how nice and seamless that blend is? That's what I'll be going for, y'all. This is what I don't like, because why is a piece of this brush falling out all over my face? That's gonna make me mad. Because why is this brush really falling out? It's literally, I just opened the box. Like, I don't like that. Maybe I'll wash the brush and try again before I decide to actually return it. It's a good thing I kept the box. I don't know. I have a couple of things in my head that I want to use for my brightening concealer today. I feel like I should just go in with my Hourglass concealer. This is the shade Beech. It is bright, which is why I always go in with a skin tone concealer first. One thing about this concealer, I definitely love the applicator, but I don't know how in love with this concealer I am yet. And part of me wants to get like a skin tone shade, but that skin tone shade been sold out of all the stores by me. So until then, we just gonna, hopefully I didn't just make a mistake, but we're gonna let that sit for a little bit while we contour. I'm using my Juvia's Place foundation stick in Katsina. I'm gonna take that on my jaw and on my cheekbone. Not underneath them, not above, like on them. And then I'm just gonna use my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to tap. Ooh! I ain't sprayed my face. We're gonna spray first. Morphe, the gold can. And now we can start blending. I do like to make sure my face is sprayed at each layer. Helps with the blend and also keeps my face hydrated because I do use a lot of powders. So, but yeah, you're just gonna tap, 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 tap on this jawline. Tap, 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 tap on this cheekbone. Like, you see how it blends like butter? Again, that is a foundation brush, not like a contour stick like the Fenty, but still, Juvia's Place needs to bring these back into the stores. Because this foundation sticks were like actually top tier. Alright, so I'm gonna take the Rare Beauty blush. This is the shade Worth. It's like a deeper coral, so not necessarily an orange. I'm just gonna take one dot, almost like a pinkier coral than anything, to be honest. But y'all will see why I'm choosing this instead of the other one. I'm gonna take that same Real Techniques brush, and I'm just gonna tap the blush into my contour underneath my eyes a little bit. But you see how much more subtle this color is versus like a pure orange like Marigold from Juvia's Place or even Joy from Rare Beauty. And because my eyes are so loud, I really like to pick. Who is Dan Minute? I don't know who that is. Somebody just called me. I don't know who you are. Don't be trying to interrupt my videos. But it's more of a subtle blush than a super harsh blush. But when my eyes are busy, I try to keep the rest of my face not so busy. So I feel like I don't be wanting to overdo it, you know? Alright. So I'm gonna go over my face before I blend out my concealer with my Pawpaw sponge, especially on my jawline, just to make sure that contour is blended. Because when I'm doing my clients, I can see it great. Doing myself, I can't really see it that great. So, and then blending where my contour and blush meet. Yes, it is subtle. That's what I want. We're gonna use my sponge to blend out this concealer under my eye. Just because I feel like I've been trying to play with this Hourglass concealer and I'm not entirely sure the best way to use it yet. But that's actually really pretty. Okay. We're just gonna tap, 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 tap. Now you notice I'm tapping like in place. I definitely want to make sure that the concealer doesn't travel too far, and I want that brightness concentrated right under my eye. I'm blending those edges with the sponge, but like, hello brightness. I think I like this. Okay. Face is fire. Face is definitely fire. Pressed powder. We're just gonna use the Charlotte because it's right in front of me. I do have a powder puff from Amazon, and we're just gonna take this straight up under the eye to set my concealer. Got some on the powder puff. We're gonna make sure we have that eye blended. If you need to do them one at a time, do so. This is shade 2 in the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powders. I'm just pressing this into the skin. I want it to really sit on that concealer and set it. Y'all know I love me a bright under eye, so this should not even be a surprise that it's this bright. Now, many of y'all know I am oily AF. So I do use a lot of powder. If you are not oily, don't do this. Get a little brush, maybe a little setting spray, lightly dust, all that, but I go with powder. So I'm taking my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Peach Pie, that same powder puff, and we're just gonna reinforce my set. I'm not baking, I'm literally just gonna press this on top of that loose powder. The loose powder, the pressed powder kind of helps to make sure that this powder doesn't stick, because pressed powder can sometimes stick to concealers and create patchiness, and that's why a lot of people be afraid of powder. I am not, I embrace powder. For foundation powder today, I'm gonna use the MAC Studio Fix in NC45. I'm taking a fluffy powder brush, and we're just gonna set my entire face. Really pushing this powder in. It's oldie but goodie. Alright, and now we're gonna bake. I think I want to use my Chanel. This is shade 10, the Universal Libre powder. And I'm just gonna take that same exact powder puff we've been using and chisel out the sides of my nose, go underneath my eye, because I'm still debating whether I want to do bottom eyeshadow or not. But the Chanel powder is great, especially if you have dry skin. It's really hydrating, really cooling to the touch. Probably one of the powders that's really, really worth your money. If we giving Huda a run for her money in my book. But both top tier powders. Bronzer now. I'm gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is the shade 4 Deep. And I have a fluffy color brush, and I'm just gonna use this, pat this in on the cheeks, warm up the perimeter of my face. I know I'm looking a little ghostly. It will be fixed. Trust the process. Just a little bit right here. I feel like I went a little heavy-handed on the forehead. I stay going heavy-handed on the forehead, now that my forehead be out. And I need a smaller brush to chisel my nose. This is like another little eyeshadow brush. And we're just gonna gently chisel. Not too much, because this is a little darker than I'm used to, but I don't feel like getting another bronzer. Pure laziness at this point. Pure laziness. So I messed up a little bit, but it's fine. We're just gonna roll with the pinches. And then we're just gonna put my blush on. I'm gonna be using this MAC powder blush. This is the shade Melba. So again, it's not like a super heavy It's more like a corally, like a light corally blush, but pack it onto your brush, load your brush, and kind of pat it right here. But you see how it's like, it's giving me something without giving me too much of that something. Am I making sense? Can y'all even see? I feel like y'all can't see what I'm trying to say. Sorry, y'all. My brother called me, so I went ahead and put on my lashes while he was talking. But don't hate me, but I feel like I need more blush. So I did get my Juvia's Place blush palette. This is volume 6, but I'm not gonna use the top. I'm gonna use the bottom, the paler orange. I just feel like I need a little bit more, but I still don't want like too much. Honestly, these two mixed together is fire. Let's dust this first thing of powder. I'm gonna take that concealer brush that I was using, the Ariel brush, the contour brush. Just gonna pat this powder in. I like to pat my powder in, again, because I am oily, so it's like I put that powder there for a reason. I ain't just about to be taking it off. But I like to press it in with the brush that's not a powder brush, so it kind of helps make the, what am I trying to say? It kind of helps it to stick a little bit better. Oh my god, y'all see all these hairs on my face? Yeah, this brush might have to go back. We're gonna have to wash it and see. But this is annoying when brushes are coming off on my face. Let's see, what other brush though? Where's my foundation brush? Because that just made me mad. I was gonna do bottom shadow, but I feel like I don't want to. So I'm gonna take, let's take my Morphe spray. We're gonna take my Morphe spray and just drench my face. See, color's back. No more ashy queen. Definitely gonna let this air dry a bit. Once it's like almost dry, I'm gonna put on some highlighter just to define my cheeks. MAC, still that girl when it comes to highlighters. So this is Gold Deposit. If you know, you know. If you don't, find out. Take a angled collar brush. I have a lot of collar brushes. I got these from TJ Maxx, if you were wondering. TJ Maxx, don't sleep on their brushes. Like, I really go in there and just buy like a nice little set, and them brushes be actually pretty decent quality. Like, right now it's almost dry. We're just gonna pat this on top of my blush and bronzer. Like, y'all know I hate streaks of glitter, so not what we're doing here. We're just gonna make sure this is nice and blended in. If you do feel like you went a little too heavy-handed with your highlighter, keep your sponge or your foundation brush handy so you can just fix it. This looks gorge. So before I bake again, I am gonna add my beauty marks in using that same liner I used on my eyes. Just gonna go above. I have actual beauty marks, y'all. I ain't just making this up. But I feel like there's some more beams. Like, this brush is honestly gonna piss me off. Like I said, just bake sides of my face. I'm gonna use, I'm not even gonna bake. I feel like I just wanna set. So I'm taking my setting brush and my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 130, and we're just gonna pat that powder in to the sides of the nose. Again, I'm not baking, I'm just really gonna pat this in. Okay, and we're gonna re-pat this in with my foundation brush just to reinforce it before I spray my face again so we can do my lips. This time I'm gonna spray with my Charlotte Tilbury spray. Really didn't think about what I was doing on my lips, so let's see what we have over here. Right, so I have this one size lip pencil in this shade Rent Dew. I'm going to sharpen this because sharper the better. Just going to line my lips. Alright, we're just gonna take Nubian Sand by Juvia's Place. This lipstick, we're gonna pat this in the center. I'm gonna take my finger and blend that in with my lip liner. And I feel like I just take my Jaclyn Hill lip oil. This is the shade Honey Drip, and we're just gonna take this on top of everything. I feel like I'm missing something. You know what? I might be a little mad at myself for this, but I'm gonna go and do my bottom shadow. So we're just gonna take those same two colors that we used before, Feeling Myself and Get Ready With Me. I'm gonna have this smudger brush from Japanese, and we're just gonna do my bottom shadow. Like, I have to be real careful. I have to be real careful because I already took that powder off my face. So we're just gonna go in with a light hand and just really press it. See, that looks a little better. I feel like I was just missing some color. I feel like my face was way too muted. Yeah, y'all see how it's coming together, low-key? All right, we're gonna take the glitter now. You gotta be extra careful with glitter because this shit. All right, and you know what we're also gonna do? Got another BS Small like pencil brush, and we're gonna go into this white, the Certified, and I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. Yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. I feel like a matte white in the inner corner does something a shimmer in the inner corner could never do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, buddy. That's it. That's did that. All right, we're gonna spray my face again with the Urban Decay. Gonna let this air dry. I'm gonna go fix my hair, put my earrings on, and then I'll be right back. Y'all, that's big. I killed that. Okay, so this is my final look. I feel real cute and orangey from the hair down to the shoes. You know what I'm saying? Look, I can. Down to the shoes. Ooh, so much. Oh, down to the shoes. So, thank you guys so much for watching this makeup tutorial. If you liked it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up and leave me a comment on this video. Also, you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Those are all going to be in the description box below, as well as everything that I used on my face today. So just in case you missed it, you missed the shade, or I forgot to say a shade, it's going to be in the description box. Thank you guys for rocking with me as always. I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.